It feels good not having to stress about football this weekend. Two bye weeks. Canes and the Dolphins both had the same week off. It feels amazing. Got to watch the Red Zone for 7 hours straight and got to watch college football for 12 hours straight. No worries, stress free, just straight ball. And while watching football on Sunday, there was some crazy shit going on. And one of the games, the talk of the town this week, for the rest of the week, and especially today, on our Overreaction Monday, is the Cowboys versus the Lions. The Lions destroyed the Cowboys 47-9 to 9. They were trying to kill the Cowboys. They were pulling out plays when they were up 30 plus, 28 plus, to have their old linemen score. They were pulling out tricks that you shouldn't even be pulling out in blowouts because you're just giving the other team a little bit more film to watch. And my God, that was an embarrassing loss for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, 2 interceptions, 178 yards, 17 for 33. He looked like absolute shit. Jared Goff, in contrast, 18 for 25, 315 yards and 3 touchdowns. David Montgomery had 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, the Cowboys. Look, everybody's going to say Mike McCarthy needs to get fired. Mike McCarthy needs to get fired. I think he's not a good coach. He hasn't been good with the Cowboys. They haven't made it anywhere. They haven't made it to no NFC championship. They haven't had any of their expectations fulfilled. They make the playoffs and they lose. Simple as that. They lose the big games, and especially this season, it's looking bad. It's looking bad. They lost to the Ravens, lost to the Lions. It's looking bad. And they're 0-3 at home. But their defense is hurt. It's bad. Demarcus Lawrence, Micah Parsons. Those are your 2 best rushers, edge rushers, if they're hurt. Defense is terrible, but you should not be getting put 47 on your head at home. All right. Some Joe just got done working at the landfill in Dallas, and now he went to the Cowboys game and he saw this. This is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. On Jerry Jones' birthday, if I was Jerry Jones, I'll be waiting at the damn exit, firing Mike McCarthy right now. And I'm not a Cowboys fan, and I do not care about the Cowboys. I want the Cowboys to lose every game, as long as it's not against an AFC opponent. But he should be in that tunnel, firing Mike McCarthy, because Bill Belichick and Mike Vrabel are out there, and every single coach should be desperate for a win and desperate to do good, because Mike Vrabel and Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, is out there ready to get hired. I don't understand how there hasn't been a coach fired and replaced yet. But every coach should be on the hot seat. Every single coach. Unless you're Kyle Shanahan or Andy Reid. But that's besides the point. Mike McCarthy's gone after this season. It doesn't matter. You don't win the Super Bowl, you're gone, buddy. If you don't win the NFC Championship, I'll give you that. You're gone. That's it. It's over. Jesus, Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell, he looked stressed the whole damn game. Can he look a little bit less stressed when you're up by 30-something points? And you're trying to absolutely murder this team? Can he look any more stressed up 30? Up how much did they win by? My math. Can he look any more stressed up 38 points than Dan Campbell? Jesus, Dan Campbell. But Cowboys were sorry. They couldn't get a pass. The O-line was sorry. Dak was under siege the whole game. It was bad. They got ran all over. 80 yards for David Montgomery. 63 for Jahmyr Gibbs. Jameson Williams ran 11 yards for that one end around he gets every game. Craig Reynolds, I have no clue who that is. 21 yards rushing. It's at the end of the game. They probably put him in. Yeah. I mean, Cooper Rush was moving the ball better than Dak Prescott at the end of the game. 8 for 11, 46 yards. Cooper Rush. Put him in. Start Cooper Rush. And Dallas, they have no run game. I mean, I don't know what they thought signing Zeke and Rico Dowdle as their RB1 and RB2. No Tony Pollard. Let go Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's doing absolutely amazing in Tennessee, which we'll get to in a second. I don't know what Jerry Jones, he needs to give up the GM of the team. Just be the owner, buddy. You suck at GM. You're 82 years old. You're probably out of touch. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I feel bad for Cowboys fans because they didn't sign anybody this offseason, and they have expectations to the moon every season. They don't sign anybody. I don't know. Dak, and then they signed Dak to the largest contract, and he's not good. We've been doing this for last season. That's why no one wanted to give him money. He is not. That's why Jerry Jones hesitated to give him money. He was not good, but they're not going to get any quarterback because every quarterback's locked up. No matter if you're good or bad, you're locked up for $50+ million. So you can't even get a quarterback these days. Unless he's Russell Wilson. CeeDee Lamb, 7 receptions, 89 yards. I mean, whatever. Holbert, 4 receptions for 3 years. The Cowboys got absolutely murdered. They kicked the field goal down, 28 to cut the lead to 25? I mean, what are we doing here? Go for it. Might as well. Terrible loss for the Cowboys. That's saying they're hurt on defense. 47 points, even to a high-scoring Lions team, is unacceptable. 47 points unacceptable. Mike McCarthy, not even a hot take, not even a surprising prediction. Fired after this season. Bill Belichick, Mike Vrabel, anybody out there can replace him. He's not good. Garbage. Now on to another game I was keeping up with. The Colts and the Titans. I was watching Red Zone. I kept up with all the games. But this one I was also keeping up with a little closely. Fantasy-wise and Dolphins-wise. The Colts and Titans. Titans, they played the Dolphins, 2 weeks ago on a Monday. Colts, they play them next week. Still have no Tua, even though Mike McDaniel said Tua is going to be back. He's expected to play football in 2024. We'll get to that. Colts versus Titans. Colts won 20-17. The Colts, Joe Flacco, look better than they did with Anthony Richardson. Keep Joe Flacco as a ride, the hot hand, until it's not. I know Joe Flacco was old, and you probably want to get Anthony Richardson those starting reps and experience. Ride Joe Flacco. There's no reason to go back to Anthony Richardson. Joe Flacco can sling the ball. Doesn't matter. He can sling the ball. He's still a gunslinger. He had 189 for 2 touchdowns and interception. He had his first interception this season. He started, about 3 games, 2.5 games. First interception of the season. Listen, 189 yards, not that much. But if you actually watch the game, he was hitting where he needs to go. Checking it down. Doing what he needs to do. Getting deep plays. A 22-yard pass to Josh Downs. He was wide open. Touchdown, first score of the game. Titans ended up matching that touchdown, made it 7-7. Then at one point, it was 10-17. Joe Flacco drove him down the field, got a field goal, and then drove him down the field. Fourth quarter, Joe Flacco absolute mossed by Michael Pittman. Got up and grabbed it. That's how you go up and grab it when you have the deep threat receivers. I wish the Dolphins had one of those. I have all these tiny speedsters that can't do shit. But it was actually really good and a pretty good play game for the Colts. They played good defense. Titans, they suck. The only thing they have right now is Tony Pollard. 17 carries, 93 yards, 1 touchdown. I wish I didn't trade him away in fantasy. DeAndre Hopkins, their best receiver, 4 receptions, 54 yards. DeAndre Hopkins, your best receiver in 2024. You're not going anywhere. Calvin Ridley had 0 yards. Will Levis only had 95 yards, passing a touchdown and interception. He's an absolute walking meme, and he absolutely sucks. Who even is the quarterback for Titans? I think it's Mason Rudolph. Dolphin got killed by Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph in the damn game. This guy is terrible. Tired of watching Will Levis. He's a terror to my television. Get him out the game. Now, what I seen from the Colts. We need A-Chain back. We can run the ball on that Colts team. We can run the ball on the Colts team. We have a running quarterback too, Tyler Huntley. He hasn't run. He just realized he could run at the end of the last game. He's not that good at running. I don't know. He realized he can use his legs. You can use your legs, Tyler Huntley. You can use your legs. But we need Devon A-Chain back. He can run the ball. We can run the ball on this Colts team. Joe Flacco. Our defense is alright. I don't know how to feel about the Dolphins defense. I feel like it gets caught in the passing game a lot. But at the same time, was able to hold the Seahawks a little bit. Played good defense against Patriots, even though Jacoby Brissett's terrible. Played bad defense against the Titans. Even though we just kept giving the Titans the ball back, I don't know how to feel about the Dolphins defense right now. I feel like it's alright. We're missing Jalen Phillips. That's big blow. But I have confidence in the Dolphins defense. But Joe Flacco, I feel like he just makes the right decision all the time. He just knows where to go with the ball. He overthrew for that pick that he had yesterday. But I just feel like he always knows where to go with the ball. He always knows what he's doing. That's that veteran experience he has. So I'm kind of scared of their passing game. But if we could run the ball on the Colts, we have a chance. Now, Dolphins, Colts, early prediction. After watching this game, Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, maybe they have Jonathan Taylor back, Joe Flacco. Dolphins aren't winning. Dolphins need to win. We'll get to that later in the week, probably another video. Dolphins need to win this game to be 500 when Tua comes back the next week. It's a winnable game if we can run the ball. But at the same time, I have no confidence in stopping this Colts offense, even though it's not even that good. It's just Joe Flacco scares me. Joe Flacco scares me. That's incredible. He's still scary. Alright, now to the game, the Monday night game, the game of the day, Monday Night Football. Bills versus Jets at MetLife Stadium. The game last year, week 1, where Aaron Rodgers tore his ACL. We never got to see Aaron Rodgers in a Jets uniform against the Bills. Now we do. tonight, 8:15 p.m. What's the betting odds? Bills -1. Pretty even. Pretty even. It's probably be down to a pick'em because James Cook, Khalil Shakir, wide receiver 1, if you want to say, for the Bills, and obviously RB1, really good running back for the Bills. James Cook did not practice Thursday, did not practice Friday, and was limited on Saturday's practice, and they're now questionable for tonight's game. So they're banged up. Josh Allen just came off of what looked like a damn concussion. That was definitely a concussion. I don't care. That was a concussion. He should have been out the game. Mitchell Trubisky should have been in. Also, Sean McDermott's a complete idiot. Should have ran the ball. Wasted 3 times for the Texans. Then they would have never gotten field goal range. He would have went to overtime. Had a better shot to win the game. That's besides the point. Sean McDermott's a complete idiot of a coach. He should be fired. Bill Belichick, Mike Vrabel, waiting. Just like I said earlier. Now, one of these people probably will be out. So it'll be down to pick up getting a... Give you my pick right now. Jets have the interim boost. Jeff Ulbrich, Robert Saleh got fired. Now, is the morale, the chemistry of the team all together? Probably not. Some people like Robert Saleh, some people don't. Why do you get fired? Question. Well, I don't want to get into it. I think Aaron Rodgers comes out slinging. He hasn't looked good. He only looked good against the Patriots. And the Patriots, everybody's looked good. The Dolphins look good. I'm lying. Aaron Rodgers comes out slinging. And he wants to beat this team. They did beat him last time he played. So technically, he's like 1-1 in the last 2 years against the Bills. One was in 2022. He lost to the Bills with the Packers. And then, obviously, the game where he only threw one pass. Or he got hurt. Technically, he's 1-1. He's really 0-1 when Josh Allen's the quarterback for the Bills. But, Josh Allen 7-4 against the Jets. But that was last season. Those games came from last season. One of those games came from last season. Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, I don't know which one, was the quarterback. And before that, Zach Wilson was still the quarterback. Mike White was the quarterback. This is a new Jets team, a new offense. I have confidence in the offense to come back swinging, more motivated. Jeff Ulbrich, even though the new offensive play calling, never know. Jeff Ulbrich, coach, they got the interim boost. They're going to play hard. They want to win. They're only 3-3. I hope they win because the Dolphins can't beat the Bills, so the Bills need to lose as much as possible. I feel like we could beat the Jets a little bit as long as TUA is back. We'll be all right. So, I like the Jets. The Bills just fought hard against the Texans. Those losses demoralized the team. They came all the way back just to lose. The Jets, they're coming off a little skid. 2-game losing streak. They had a last second drive against Minnesota. They could have won the game. Put it in Aaron Rodgers' hands. That's where you want it. Then they lost to the Broncos, 10-9. They couldn't score. And the spread of the over-under for this game is 41.5. I see it on ESPN right here. And if it's a low scoring, Vegas always knows it's low scoring. I feel like that favors the Jets. The Jets stopping the Bills and being able to score. Score 20-something points. Hold the Bills to 17. I got it 23. 23-20 Jets. So the over, cash, Jets money line, cash. That's my pick. Jets to win. Interim boost, coach boost, heart boost, everything boost. Both the Bills and the Jets are trying to avoid a 3-game losing streak. Jets wanted more.